said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee. A fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road.
Let's go!
Crafting, crafting, crafting with Joshi and Cubby. What will we make today? What is the dice of the day? Crafting, creating, collaborating. What would an octopus say? Trivia questions, hooray! Creating, clickbaiting, can't hardly waiting for the crafting show. A crafting show with Cubby and Shoshi.
And Mab. Hi, everybody. It's an invisible Cubby, a Shoshi, and a Mab. Hi, everybody.
And thus the crafting show is made.
This is all what we need. It is all what we want.
Hey, Mab.
Yeah, what's up, Shoshi?
Life is hard right now for a lot of people. I just want to say that out loud. Just want to say that out loud. Life is hard for a lot of people.
It is. It is. I think Invisible Cubby has decided to become corporeal. So let's see what happens here. Click. Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Look at that hat.
This is like
Well, it's a job site.
Life just got a little bit better.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Josie, are you okay?
This is going in my little fan fiction. Yeah, thank you, Bonnie Jesuit. You look like you should be in a calendar or something.
Yeah, Cubby, you look amazing.
You do.
I would totally buy a Cubby calendar.
I would too. I would absolutely buy a Cubby calendar.
I'm pretty sure it'd be messed up. I'm not good with it. A Cubby calendar would like have the wrong number of days in each month.
It would. And like
Yeah.
the holidays, all the holidays would just be Halloween.
That is a horrible reduction of my year of Halloween theory. There are 7 Halloweens. They all have their own special name.
You're right. You're right.
I'm here for this.
But you can
I would
have
like to join.
like because you have a Christmas.
I don't have it. The world does. There's
Josie, you're breaking up.
Krampusnacht.
You right? There's a Krampusnacht.
There's Frankentine's Day. There's Zombie Jesus Day. There's Summerween.
All the wonderful holidays.
Oh, she's for. So this is the living room.
Wow. What are the dots on the wall? You moved by really quickly. It's hard to tell.
It used to adhesive. You couldn't. It's really hard to tell if you were here and looking close at them. They're very mysterious. But I know what people are tuning in to me for, and that's this stove.
Stove. Nice. You just had to bring it out while you're wearing your sexy construction worker hat.
No, this is the tour of the house.
Is the stove? The stove is the tour.
Well, it's just about the only feature on the first floor. So, yeah. Plus, I've talked about it a lot. 2. So,
Bonnie Jesuit says I would wear pearls and cook on that. Yeah, you would. I know you would.
I mean, Bonnie Jesuit probably has a much more complete and elaborate outfit in mind. Like, pearls would be part of it, but like it would be a whole thing. I have seen the extreme greatness with which
impeccable fashion taste. I'm not gonna lie. I do envy her fashions. It's gorgeous. I don't even know where she gets half her clothes, but dang, girl. Yeah.
I mean, a lot looks custom from what I've seen.
Oh, smart. And then Victorian London Fog accurately says that this is the most beautiful stove they've ever seen.
I mean, it is a very pretty stove. Absolutely, I agree. There's also a giant sink.
Oh, right. I remember this sink. Is the sink installed yet? Nope. It's leaning up there.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yay! Welcome back.
Hooray!
Well, like, I love this tour that's happening.
We are in.
I
I'm
can't.
gonna say
What did
this.
Shushi say?
She was enjoying the tour, but here's what I'm gonna say: we are all in a time of flux. We're in weird places with crazy technical difficulties. There's a solar flare happening or some business or something, and we all it's weird that we have to be here and be normal people. But do we have to be normal people?
I don't think we even need to be here. Like we could go if we needed to. Any one of us.
That is an accurate statement, but I wanna be here for other people as well.
But that's different than having to be here.
That is an accurate statement, my cub.
We are choosing to be here.
Yeah.
And I stand by my choice.
In stressful times, I think it's important to remind yourself that you have chosen this path, that this is a path. You know?
Every
you
time,
can choose to leave it.
Yeah.
Every time I mess up, I like to remind myself, Shoshi, you chose this.
Well, no, if you chose it, you can leave it. You can just walk away.
That's true.
There's that sunk cost fallacy, which is a fun thing. Like, I can't leave it. I've spent too much of my life doing this, or I can't stop doing this thing because I put too much money in it, or I can't stop because what else am I going to do?
I'm pretty sure the operative word in sunk cost fallacy is the last one.
Fallacy.
Yeah, is that it's not true. You should keep digging.
Is this the real life? Just fallacy.
It's like that song, just keep digging, right? That's how it goes.
Caught in a landslide brings it down.
Your body is a wonderland.
If it sucks, hit the bricks. Point to VF.
Even sex hit the bricks? I don't think I'm hearing good today.
Right. I think I'm also having some, I don't know if it's me having technical difficulties or if it's you two having technical difficulties and I am just hearing how it
is. There really a solar flare today?
It's either happening soon or is happening now.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, that does explain some of the weird connectivity problems then.
Yeah. But yeah, technical difficulties. So, Cubby, you're working on the house. Shoshi, you're working on makeup.
I am getting ready for my show.
I am working on Mabs Fest.
What?
Ooh. Is that what you're calling the Mobile Mercantile Abs Fest?
Yeah, now I am. I just started that. And I want to show off a thing that I made. Hold on 2 seconds. So I was having having a hard time trying to figure out how to display stickers for sale. Now, most of the sticker for sale things are like little thin plastic, like shelves and stuff, but these are bumper stickers and 4-inch squares. And nothing was really working for me. So, and I'm very proud of myself because this is the maker mentality. I see a problem, I see a thing that I need, so I designed a solution, cut it on my laser.
Inflatable car.
I cut it and made it myself, glued it together, and then now check this out. It's big enough. It's got a little thing where you can see what the sticker is.
Ooh.
All right, and it's got these holes in the back that are spaced for pegboards. So I have hooks that go through it, or you can hook it on there, or you can tie a string and then hook it onto one hook. It fits one single bumper, one bumper sticker design, or 2 4-foot square designs.
Nice.
And I am insanely proud of this ridiculous thing.
You should be. That's cool.
And I spent multiple days. I mean, it took 5 minutes to cut and 5 minutes to glue, and I made about 23 of them. The goal was to make 25, and I just ran out of steam because I was like, I'm spending way too much time on this. And it takes one piece of wood that I have, and a sheet of wood is about $2. So each one of these is about $2 in materials. And then the time it takes to make them. And I'm like, okay, I wonder if other people who sell stickers need something like this. I just spray painted it red because I always have red spray paint. And I could sit here with my acrylic paint pens, and I'm not going to do this before AbsFest, but draw designs all over here, or put washi tape on it, or make it look more interesting than this. And I would very much like to do that, but I don't have time before AbsFest. I'm out of time for all the things I want to do. But I'm very excited about this.
But that display is really nice.
Yeah, and so imagine a black pegboard with this straight down, and the pegboard panels are about 12 inches wide so there's a frame around the pegboard, but the pegboard panel itself is about 12 inches, 12 and a half. So that's going to look cool. And then I finally, and you guys have been there with me during this whole process, I finally finished my Cranky zine. I finished the product pack up now. So when people want to buy a Cranky kit, it comes like this, right? So it's got the zine, which acts as the label, packaging label. And it's got the flat pack. It's got a rubber band. It's got the scroll. I put little knobs on the scroll there. The scroll has tape on each end, but it is not attached to the scrolls, to the posts. So, and there's another rubber band holding it there. You can hold the Cranky thing together with just rubber bands. They fit that well. And you can see what color it is, because I have all the different colors. So I'm very excited that came together. Joshi, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's excellent packaging, because it also, like you've said, you've been having trouble explaining like what exactly a Cranky is. And when they see it in the nice little packet like that, it's less intimidating. It's like, oh, it's just this little thing that I can put together myself, and then it looks like this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's very nice.
And that's all the pieces, and you can just grab it and go. Yeah. And then the thing that Cubby inspired me to do for sale is the Kumihimo. And then I don't know if you guys shown you the packaging that I did for this at a previous vending design.
Whoa, look at that.
Ooh. I think, I've seen all those things before. I don't know if I've seen them packaged like that before. That looks so good.
It looks so good.
And it comes with the string already looped. That was Cubby's idea, whether you remember this or not.
I tend not to remember anything I say.
Pull
I
it
don't
out.
pay a lot of attention to that shit.
And the instructions are right there, although you usually get a demo. And yeah, so those are good. The stickers are good. I'm working on signage for things. I just now taped this onto like foam core, which I had lying around. And here's a fun fact. I suck at cutting foam core. Fun fact. It's like shit.
You know what? You know what you need? Because you're using a box cutter, yeah?
I'm just using an X-Acto knife.
Oh, okay. So get a box cutter, and they have specific blades that are specifically for cardboard. And then cutting foam core is like a dream.
Huh.
Yeah.
Or something else you could also get are lower standards.
See, I'm going with Cubby's plan right there. That's what I'm going to go with right now.
Fair. That's fair.
Like,
You
because
could cover
let
the
me
edge
tell you. Well, in the postage stamp size video screen, that looked great to me.
Yeah, it did look really good.
All
yeah.
right.
If you take your glasses off, I bet it'll look perfect. Wait, let me try. Oh yeah, that looks sharp.
But
I
you know
mean,
what?
as sharp as
That's a
anything.
good point, because you're gonna be in like the hall. It's gonna have darker lighting. Like, it doesn't have to look
Right.
perfect.
So I'm doing 2 pack-ups.
The first costume shop I ever worked in had a rule,
Yeah.
which is the 40 foot from a galloping horse rule, which is any costuming problem that you could notice if somebody was galloping on a horse 40 feet away is a problem you need to fix. Everything else is fine.
I love that. I should remember that for more things just generally in my life.
Hard same.
Perfect is pretty, but done is beautiful.
Done is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm doing 2 pack-ups for this because I'm gonna try and vend on Friday and Sunday as well as Saturday. So the Saturday event's the big thing with a lot of vendors, but and it's in a big space. It's in the Orange Peel. Friday and Sunday, it's at the Great Eagle, and I really basically only get a table. So I'm going to focus on selling the stickers on the table, but now I'm thinking about it. I got to figure out a more portable way to sell the crankies, but they're more involved. I don't know. I'd like to be able to sell the crankies. I think the crankies would do really well at these. At the Great Eagle event.
They're so well packaged. I mean, can't you just like throw them in a box and then?
They're in a box, but they need to be displayed, and I need to have the demo reel set up, and I need to have. So that's another thing I did. I have been working on a little auto cranky that would do an auto scroller like on a loop that would talk about what a cranky is. And I just couldn't get it working. And I got a couple more designs that I'm going to try, but I need to not try them. So last night I made a video to kind of replicate the cranky that I'm going to play on my iPad. And I'm going to make a little frame, which is one of the things I need to do today. I'm going to make a frame that's going to make it look like a cranky, right? So.
Oh, nice.
Smart.
Yeah. Yeah. So. I have a regular paper cutter, and that would help me there because I can do that. So I'm trying to make this. I want to put this in a picture frame so that it can sit on the table. Because like a regular cardstock or foam core thing's not going to sit on the table as nice as it. So I should probably redesign this so that it fits. Or I'll just try turning it down. Let's see.
Well, knowing you, Mab, whatever you end up putting together for it, it's going to look awesome.
Thank you.
You can also just like mount it on foam core and put a triangle on the back to prop it up.
That is
It'll be
true.
a little less sturdy, but it'll be just as big.
I also want it to look kind of classy. And I have these frames already. Mama got it cut in the first shot. Boom! So, thusly. See how classy that fucking looks?
It does look pretty classy.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Done. All right, so
I mean,
let's see.
postage size. It looks great. I assume up close just as well.
Oh no, it looks like shit up close. You know where people are going to be standing on my table. No, that looks pretty good.
See.
Yeah. That one
The
came out pretty
standards
good.
are lowering already.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Aw, you guys are sweet. Thank you.
If you ever need anyone to lower your standards, just come to Shoshi and Cubby.
Look, I view it as a question of scale. The world is dying, and countries going authoritarianism. I don't have it in me to care about little things right now.
Yeah.
Like my health or future. Those are pretty insignificant in the grand scheme of things.
Did
Look,
you read? Can you read what's?
Oh.
Cubby, can you read the comments on the screen on your phone? I don't know if you can.
No, never.
Oh, then I'll read
I
it out loud
cannot.
to you. Victorian London Fog just said, Cubby is so inspiring that he couldn't possibly remember every idea sprung forth from the random things that you've said. It's hard to be amused, Cubby. It's not your job to remember. It's your job to inspire.
Look, I don't go to the cashier I bought a coffee from last week and say, do you remember what change you gave me a week ago? That's just their job. It's just what they do.
It's tough being a muse. I mean, there's amuse, there's amusing, there's amazing, and Cubby, you're nailing it all. It's the I Love Cubby show.
No, I don't like that at all. It's kind of overrated.
Starring everyone's favorite Cubby, Cubby.
Yay,
I mean, most people's favorite Cubby is the Mickey Mouse Club.
Wait, who's most people's favorite Cubby?
The Cubby from the Mickey Mouse Club.
Or
maybe the sandwich chain, Cubby's roast beef. It's not around any of us.
Roast beef is pretty great. But I still gotta say, my favorite Cubby is Cubby.
Cubby!
I still feel you're wrong because a nice little cubby to put your shoes in is a lot more useful.
Ooh.
I mean, I could put my shoes in Cubby. I don't know, you wouldn't like it very much.
I don't think that would be good for the shoes or the
No, it wouldn't be
cubby.
good. It wouldn't. No one would be happy with that situation.
Yeah, you would not enjoy any moment of that.
No.
Why did you do that, Shoshi?
I did this to myself. I chose to do this.
Which means you can choose to stop. You can
I can stop.
just
You're right.
every once in a while I look at things and I'm like, well, I could just walk into the ocean. Like I could just walk away from
That's
everything.
why I moved
Always.
to Los
That is
Angeles.
always an option. You don't even have to keep your same name. The succulent Chinese meal dude, he never used his real name. That's
Who?
kind of what got him arrested that one time. Even though he wasn't the guy they were looking for, he really didn't know what the charges were. But he's a pretty sketchy dude. So like, the story I heard is some credit card fraud guys were investigating, and they found somebody was using the fraud credit card, and they're like, anybody suspicious in here? And they're like, well, that dude
That dude's
has
real
a different name on his credit card. And I've never heard anyone call him by this. It was just two different aliases he had. Like it was sketchy, but they never caught the actual like the really big time credit card fraudster who was also in the restaurant that same day. Apparently, in interviews, he said that he was trying to make them think he was crazy because it would be easier to escape from a hospital than jail. Because he's escaped from both.
Wow.
You can escape from jail. You can just go on the lam. Run away from your problems. I'm not saying it's the best choice. I'm just saying there's always a choice.
Yeah.
It is a choice.
Yeah. And sometimes it is the best
What's
choice.
the comment say? What's the comment say?
Planning ahead is nice. Planning ahead is nice, right? Also,
Is it? No. I'll try it. I'll try it sometime.
Ooh.
Here's another one.
Uh,
As Victorian London Fog says, as a writer, a muse is infinitely more useful to me than storage space.
Ooh.
One might say a muse is storage space for your mind.
Whoa. A muse is like a storage space you didn't know you had, and then you open a drawer and you're like, oh my God, this diamond has been here the whole time.
A muse is like a thought that's wearing another thought as its hat.
Well, I can't deny that.
I mean, you say that now, but when you're holding your shoes all day, you're going to wish you had a place to put them.
Do I mean, they're already on the floor. That's where they live, the floor.
I feel like everyone should know that this is the view out my window.
Ooh.
This is where I am right now. I'm on the side, literally on the side of the road.
Oh, this is the view out my window.
Oh, little nook. So you're right on top of your neighbors.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you've seen row houses before. Brownstone? No, this isn't a brownstone. It's got some brick in it. No stone.
Beige stone.
No stone. Like bricks. Bricks are like stones that nature didn't give you. You can just make your own stones out of clay.
I've heard this before.
I make them in my kidneys.
They're called
Ooh.
stones. Oh, that's a terrible plan. Sushi, you did that so wrong.
What? That's not how you make stones?
That is a way to make stones. That is not a good way to make stones.
Okay,
What if-
can we
okay,
talk
but
about this?
What if I send them to the? What about my gallbladder? Is that a good place to make stones?
What about your tongue?
No.
No.
These are terrible stones for construction, first of all.
Okay, I want to know why we're calling them stones and not pearls. I would very much like them to be called kidney pearls, tonsil pearls, because they're basically funk that we have put parts in our body, have tried to protect our body from, right?
Well, actually, I'm not sure. I think that would be more we should call like cysts, stones, pearls.
There you go.
I feel like gallstones those are more like sediment.
Yeah.
Like a salt, like a
Yeah,
salt.
because that's not like an outside thing. That's like when the mayo has crusty bits.
Gotcha.
So it's more like a lick, like a gall lick or a kidney lick.
Still, so far this conversation has convinced me that we named gallstones real good.
Yeah. Man, let's go back to stones.
Like,
Stones
no
are
need
better.
to revisit that.
Yeah, maybe we actually figured it out the first time, everybody.
No need to workshop anymore.
We can walk away. We know we made a mistake, and we're gonna walk away.
Aww.
So my
But the
Star
thing
Trek.
about pearls is that
Yeah. Thing about pearls.
there's a lot of roboting. I think I have a bad connection.
The thing about pearls.
Is there before swine? And the swines are wearing lipstick. Okay, so thank you. Let's eject this topic from the conversation, please. All right. They have spoken.
Good request.
So let's see. What else do I have to do to prepare for Mabs Fest? I'm going to say I still have to do a whole dry run through of the setup and figure out what other things I am missing. I still need to figure out how to display the crankies on the shelf, right? So I've got the packaging, but then so that's part one, which is definitely an important part. But then the other less important, but also very important part is how do I display these on a shelf? Like with the Kumihimos, I punched a hole in them and they hang on a peg, and then people can kind of thumb through them and pick whichever one they want. These, I haven't done a hole. I have shelves, but like, how will I display it? You know, how will I get it so that people can pick them up and look at them? You know, as opposed to just kind of walking by.
I mean, I do think that, like, well, I don't know. I have trouble making suggestions in this sort of thing because, like, that sort of display, like, that's not I don't have a good eye for that. Do you know what I mean? So, like,
Sure.
take whatever I say with lots and lots of salt. But I feel like since they're so nicely packaged, if you had, so you've got the little iPod and you've got like one of them completed on a display and then like one little package, you could have the rest of the packages kind of just in like a basket or a nice box, and people
I've
could
got
like pick
those.
them up and look at them.
Hey, Sir David Percival, thanks for joining. A grab basket is not a bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if you need, since you have the video and you have them so nicely packaged, like you want to kind of pick them up.
Yeah.
And if they were in more of like a display, you might actually be more hesitant to like pick them up and look at them.
Right. I have made little signs that say "Play with me." Wait, where is it? Play with me.
Ah, I love that.
And then it's a resistor.
Yes.
Because I made little buttons. And one of the things that people always ask me is, what's that little thing on the bottom of the do not comply in advance artwork that I have, which I'll be selling those stickers. And
what is the little thing on the bottom?
It's a resistor.
Oh, right. Okay. That's I wasn't no, I missed the first part, so I wasn't sure what you were talking about with the little part on the bottom. Now it all makes sense.
All right, two more. Yeah. All right. And then I have these little signs. So here's the biggest one that I am having problems with. I want to price these so that they are affordable. And I know that we're all having a hard time financially, and especially in North Carolina, which, is still recovering from the hurricane situation. Not hurricane. Yeah, it was a hurricane.
Yeah.
In the freaking mountains. I also want to be able to make money. So the materials on these are not too bad, right? So it's about maybe $1.50, maybe $2 in materials, maybe a little bit more, right? Because the materials that go into it, the wood, I can get more than one cranky out of a piece of wood. The dowels, I glue a little bead there. I glue paper to the wood before I cut it so that it has a nice design. It is very labor intensive. And it takes a while to
Would you say like an hour to make one?
More.
Really? Wow.
I mean, I assembly line it a bit. So that's, part of it, I guess. But, it takes a while because it's like I have to do the glue on the thing, and then I have to do a whole bunch of them to kind of weigh it down and keep the paper from wrinkling. And then I have to wait for the paper to dry. And then when the paper is dry, I have to stick it in the laser. And the laser takes about 30 minutes to cut 4. And then well, now that I'm going through it, a lot of it was prototyping and, but then I have to cut down the dowels to the right size. And then I have to glue the little knob bead on the end of those, wait for that to dry. I have to print out the scrolls, the blank scrolls.
You designed the scrolls.
Well, these are blank. And then I have the designed ones too. Sally's saying $10 for the small. I feel that's underpriced for the amount of work that I put in there. I would love to sell them for $10. I would love to sell them for $10. I know how much work I put into these.
What about $12? That still feels like a good deal to me, but as a customer, but like 15. I don't know.
Then I have to print out the cranky zine, fold it, cut it, refold it. Right? So it's very, very, very labor intensive. But I do it this way so that I can get a good quality product. Right?
You can do because they're cute and people will probably want more than one. You could do a like 15 for one, 2 for 25 kind of deal.
Yeah, I really struggle with pricing. And
yeah.
I think we all kind of do. There are some things that are easy. A Kumihimo, $5, no problem. There is a little bit of labor in because I have to cut the string, and then thread it, and it's like the cutting of the product is easy. Preparing the package for sale is a little bit harder. And then I got glue on these sticks, and now I have to like either sand it or throw them away. You never get your labor back. Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. So what about $12.50 is not a bad idea.
And then you're vending multiple days, right?
Yeah.
So you could have a thing where like if you could have a blowout sale on the last day. Discount sale. If it turns out that like people can't afford.
Well, I do have a sign that says willing to negotiate. Times are tough. Make an offer. My goal is to bring a little bit of joy and whimsy to your world.
That's nice.
Wow. 3 hours for a friendship bracelet to sell for $3. Youch.
Yeah. But I would say like suss it out. Pricing is something you can change really quickly.
Right. So that's why I made these tags too.
Ah, nice. And I would like, I think people are going to want more than one cranky. So like I would, and you might not even need a sign for it. That can be like that can be like verbal, like, oh, you can't choose between two of them? I'll give you 2 for 20 or whatever.
Right. Sally, those friendship bracelets should sell for $5 at least.
Yeah. All
and
right.
You can say that you'll give them to people for, $3, but they should be selling for more than $3. That's a good idea. And you know what? I'm really good at pricing other people's stuff. And I'm really good at, like, I do this game, like, would I pay $20 for that? Would I pay more than 20? Would I pay less than 20? Would I pay 10? Would I pay 5? Would I pay $1?
Yeah, like $5 is way too cheap. Like, that would almost be a price where I'm like, oh, I don't want to buy it.
Right. They're worth more than $5.
Yeah. Like somewhere between 10 and 15 for sure. All right, now is the time. I gotta go. I gotta drive in, and I lose signal if I go any closer to the theater. So,
I'm glad you joined us for this little bit today.
oh, and Mab, thank you like many, many, many times over for jumping in with both of us not being available. I've got understudy gigs the next 2 Wednesdays, and then I'm back to my regular schedule. But I think, yeah, but like I really appreciate it. Like it really means a lot, and like, well, we love having you on the show.
I like being here.
Yeah.
I'm already working in the studio right now.
You add a legitimacy to the show that Cubby and I could never achieve.
What the hell? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm just saying words.
Words mean things, Shoshi.
Dang. Oh no, you're right. Oh no. I feel like my profession should have taught me that.
Oh.
All right. I love you all. I will see you next week. I'm gonna go beat up some lords.
Yeah, kick those lords' butts.
Boom, boom. Hippolyta's gonna win this time.
So Bonnie Jesuit says, have fun storming the castle. Victoria London Fox says, break a leg, Shoshi. I am assuming she's referring to someone else's leg.
Well, as Kimberly Cruz would say, break all the legs.
Break their legs, Shoshi.
That's right. All right. Lum. Bye.
Bye. All right. Gang, it's just me. I'm the only one here. I did the thing. I'm doing the thing. And the pieces that had glue on them, I am now sanding down to make them pretty, because I am what they call extra. So now they're super smooth. And now I'm like looking at this going, oh man, I should have sanded all of the scrolls, because these are really nice and smooth now. All right, be cool. Yeah, Shoshi is cool. Thank you, Bonnie Jesuit. Super cool. Shoshi and Cubby are two of my absolute freaking favorite entities on this planet, on this silly rock. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of good people that live in this world. A lot of total freaking tools, but here we are. So this is where my brain is. It is 100% focused on Abs Fest. So I am now finishing the very last Cranky kit. I had made a bunch of them, and I packaged a bunch of them, and I realized I was short some of the little dowel things, the little rods. And here we go. This is the last one. So as you can see, they are a little bit labor intensive, and you're just seeing me pack them up, right? So how much time would you say is spent on each individual one? And that's a hard question to answer, you know? So I do these designs, and so this one is cute. It's little polka dots. I have this thing of big paper that I glue to the wood before I cut it. And part of the problem is sometimes the glue causes the paper to wrinkle and be just the worst. Yes, look who is performing at Abs Fest. Abs Fest is been around for so long that people have developed these incredible friendships, and they just want to go to Abs Fest to spend time with their friends. And honestly, I'm mostly going to spend time with my friends, because I should be practicing bending a lot closer to my house, where it's a lower financial risk, so I can just run there and do things. And every time I bend, I get a little bit better. I'm not an expert. I've been spending a lot of time doing research, trying to figure out how to do things, what works, what doesn't work. And they talk about signage and they talk about lots of signage. So that's what I'm going to be cutting now. And one of the things they also talk about is to not make an offer. To not specifically, they say, don't do that. And I'm like, again, it's so hard for me to think about what people are going through in this world right now. I know I've got my own challenges that are just kicking my butt. And we all know that like North Carolina just went through this insane hurricane situation. And so that's where I'm going to be for this event. And I want to make sure that people have a little something. I don't know how many tourists. There are tourists down there that go to this event. So here's the sign. I'm wondering if I should mount it on something. I have these boards. Let's see, what does this look like? I'll have to decorate it a little bit. Okay, I'll do that. Oh, but it doesn't have a kickstand. Do I stick it in another picture frame? What's this? This is an 8x10, and this is not 8x10. It's too big. I don't want an 8x10. What is this? Anything smaller than an 8x10? What are you? You are 5x7, bish. And you are too big for a 5x7. If I see picture frames for cheap, like thrift store or where like dollar store. New Jersey Rent Fair folks are holding on. Oh, wow. How is the New Jersey Rent Fair? I kind of wish I could go. They're fabulous people at the New Jersey Rent Fair. And I have a really good time when I went there before. And Sally and Sir David Percival are wonderful entities that made it an even more wonderful visit. And it's in the great scheme of things, it's not too far for me. But being right on top of AbsFest right now and having to deal with, financial concerns across the board, which is kind of where we all are in this world. Looking for some reasonable. Oh, you two have a conversation. Looking for some reasonably authentic later period accessories for your SCA persona. Very nice. So Sally does a lot of Viking style, and it's just really awesome. And Sir David Percival does like mugs, horns, drinking horns. That's the word. Use your words, Mab. Drinking horns. And burp, burp, burp. Burp, top towards me. Drinking horns and runes. I love the runes that I saw shared on the crafting thing. I did think about doing some laser cut signs, but it's just much easier to just kind of print them on paper to I was already printing things on paper to prototype them and proof them. But here, in a picture frame, can sit on the table, can hang because it's got a little hooks there. So we're going to go with that. Done. All right. Now I need to cut like these kinds of things. You guys. The chat is burning up. I love it when you guys have conversations and meet each other. Oh, I bet the weather. Was it rainy really bad? Oh. Well, how many weekends is the New Jersey Ren Fair? Is it sorry, reading the things that I did here. How many weekends is the New Jersey Ren Fair? Is it 2? Is it 3? And boo-doo-boo, boo, 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 boo. Boo-doo-boo. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, I should probably do some quiet crafting while you guys like chat amongst yourselves. Wah! Or I could just keep singing to myself. Mm-hmm. 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 So I made this sign that said Cranky Kits, $15. Extra scrolls, $1, and that would be the little pre-printed designs that I did. I need a little frame for this guy. I want to make like little. Want to make maybe foam core. I'll have to look to see how my laser cuts foam core. How do I stick these? And then the little play with me, I'll put on the crankies. And then these, it says it's a resistor. It's in the other room, so I can't really show you. I made tote bags that say do not comply in advance with a resistor image of a resistor on the bottom. And people always ask, what is that thing? And I just want to say, it's a resistor. So I'm going to like stick these on there with little stickers. Oh, you know what? I could have printed this on sticker paper and then done it that way. But so the one thing that they always talk about in vending is make sure the prices are there and they are crystal clear. So here we go. $6 each, 4 for $20 because I'm doing a sale. That makes it $5 a sticker, which, you know, it's $2 off our regular price. Protest packs are $3 for the set of 10, and those are the ones that I am printing on. Printing on the thermal printer, and they're quick and they're dirty, and the Kumihimo for $5. So there's a gap. And then I made a whole mess, like I showed you guys earlier, of sale. Wait, did I print these on stickers? Because this feels like sticker paper. It's like chew up the edge here, trying to figure out if it's sticker paper or cardstock. It is cardstock. So I have this like everything's on sale. But you're right, Sally. A little piece of wood, or because I do have little pieces of wood, I can maybe tape them or something. You're right. They need to be able to stand on their own, or I maybe need to tape it to things or hang it on the board. So the stickers are going to go on a board. I'm figuring it out. A small piece of wood is what you said. Victorian London fog. All right, so that's all of these things cut out. I'll trim this one a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm making it up. You guys are awesome, though. I do appreciate like this real-time feedback on all of my really like, is this a good idea or a bad idea? Because we don't live in a vacuum. I live in a world with other people who also do things and are dealing with the same kind of bullshit that we're all dealing with. Jesse at 3D2D animating turned out great, and they weren't expensive. What did they make? What they made a little sign thing for you, because that's awesome, and I would like to do that. All right, what do we got here? We've got this. We've got this. I am almost done with things that I can do here in this studio, and I have a few other things that I'm going to be working on in other parts of the world, and the world being my house. So I am going to be wrapping it up. Oh, wait, there's another sheet of stickers of things that I'm selling. So things that I am also selling. Let me see if I can do this here. I'm also selling, this feels like sticker paper, and I remember thinking I should cut it on sticker paper, so maybe I will cut them again. I am also selling what I like to call my sparkle bobs, which are those little pendants that are like super glittery. Yes, please do send me the picture. I would love to see it. I'm also selling my retro print earrings for $15, which is like the average price for earrings these days. I could probably go lower on those. I'm also selling my Sideshow coaster set that goes very well with my Sideshow mugs, which, come on, girl. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, geez. I just made that worse. Ugh. Chewed up the end of that. It's okay. If I make these on stickers, I can stick them to a piece of wood, and that'll be easy. And I also have what I like to call odd stickers, and I'm doing those as 5 for $1. So with when I was doing Jenny's Jenny Davis, Razor Davies, Mab Labs, and we talked about art journaling. I picked up a whole bulk of cute and interesting stickers that are like bugs and bones and other weird anatomy and occult imagery and just, you know, weird stuff. And I am putting them in a box and letting people go through and, you know, pick up, because I've already picked out the ones that I wanted. And now people can go through and pick up cute, fun stickers. And it's a good way to get people at my table. So what do they call it? A loss leader. I'm like, I've already gotten what I paid for out of them. And I think, yeah, post that picture of the sign. And all right, I got sparkle bobs. I've got retro earrings, coaster set, mugs, $20. I'm actually going to mark these down to $15. Buttons, only $1. Those are for the resistor buttons. And I'm going to put on the little sign, it's a resistor on the thing. Cranky kits. I'm going to trim that down. The price tag says $15. I'll put a little sale on that. You know, and I also don't mind doing things on sale for Abs Fest. Again, because I want people to have these things. And so I was thinking about this too, because I've been spending a lot of time. Thanks, just some guy. It's an Art Deco font, and I love it. I've been, you know, researching vending and that kind of thing, trying to figure out how to get better at it. And one of the things they always are saying is like, look at what people are buying and make that. Look at what people need and make that. And I'm like, well, I know I'm doing this backwards. I'm making a thing that I think is awesome and I would like to share with the world. And that would be Crankies, Kumihimo, the Sparkle Bobs, artwork. The mugs aren't about selling mugs. The mugs are about selling artwork. And then the protest stickers, the Centus Patriotic line. And I'm selling these things because I want people to have them, not because I feel, I don't know how to say this. It's like, I know I can't be the only person that wants these things. These are things that I wanted, so I made, and I think they're cool, and I'm making them available to other people because I am assuming that somebody else would want them. And I know that's crazy talk, and if that is in fact the craziest of talk, I guess that's where I am. That's what my brain is. So, thanks for encouraging the crafty behavior, which is one of my like mottos. Oh, you're about to get electrocuted. All right, Bonnie Jesuit. So good to see you as always. See, now that's an interesting perspective. And that's kind of what I'm banking on, like quite literally banking on. You don't know that you want until you see them. And anybody who I show a cranky to is like, oh, that's really cute. That's really cool. And you guys have been here with me as I've been doing the cranky development. You have seen so many iterations. It was maybe 2 years ago when I really started down this cranky journey of making the one. I made the analog intro for Nat21 Adventures. And I also made like a really just super crappy hand-drawn scroll of, and I can do so much better now, for the story of Nat21. It's all done with like colored pencils and they're like really hard to see and it's faded. And I kind of want to do better graphics on that. And make it probably a full-size cranky. But yeah, or even a virtual cranky, which is, a thing. So yeah, and the who was it? Cubby here introduced me to the Kumihimo. He's the one that showed the cord weaver, and he had a really complicated one. It was made of cardboard, and I saw a need for me. Like I tried one making it out of a plastic lid. And again, I didn't like how it gripped things. And sometimes the cords would get like snagged. And so with my Kumihimo, they're round, right? Which sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but it's round. And then it fits in really well. It doesn't snag the string. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. Yes, practice. This is what it's all about, baby. Get better. Every time I do it, it gets a little bit better. Every time I do the bending, it gets better. And every time I do the drawing, it gets better. So yeah, these are the little signs. It's Wednesday, so breaking down what I need to do. I've got signs I think today I'm going to focus on doing a mock setup and kind of taking a better inventory of the products that I have already first in stock, what I have in stock, and seeing what I need. And then Thursday, maybe I'll make some more. I'm asking myself, do I have enough mugs? I made 64 mugs for Abs Fest, and 40 of them are already spoken for. So that leaves 24 for sale. And that's actually a lot of mugs that I'll be selling. And then I have 3 Be Gay Do Crime mugs. I have 2 resistor mugs. So anything that's not an Abs Fest mug, I have a very limited stock because I've spent all my time making the Abs Fest, right? So, thanks, Sally. I'll check it in just a few moments. But yeah, so do I need to spend this time making more mugs, or should I actually pack for this event, which I haven't even started? Actually, what am I gonna wear? So yeah, moral of that story is I got a lot that I need to do. So the next step I'm gonna try and do is do a mock setup, and I can't do it outside And I'm running out of places to do it. I'll have to figure out where to set it up, because my live stream space is kind of full right now with boxes and stuff that I'm working on, and it's not really a big room to begin with. So anyways, I want to say thank you guys so much for joining us today, keeping us company as we figure out what we're doing, making it up. But, I know we're making it up, but at least we're making it, right? And I can't wait to see your new dice tower design. I love a good dice tower. And, I think the statue would make a great dice tower. And I haven't brought it up, but I keep mentioning that they have this artifact, and I keep showing it on screen, and they keep forgetting about it, but we'll see what happens next. Dun, dun, dun. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me and helping me, keeping me and Shoshi and Cubby company. Yeah, I just made that up. I might make that a cranky. Sure, we're making it up, but at least we're making it. Yeah. So thank you guys again for everything. I know I say this all the time. It's practically lost all meaning, but I do adore every single one of you that tune in on this show. You are all creative makers, and you all are muses, and I think collectively we make the muse bigger. So, and making things makes the world a little bit better. And sharing our passions with each other. So thank you. On that note, I'm supposed to do whatever, the drill. We got shows. Those shows. We got one of these. We got one of those. Sometimes we have this. We got that. That's a sponsor. Oh, look, we got that. Oh, hey, check that out. Boom, we got one of these. And one of those. And check that out. And then these are other things. And then this. And then that doesn't happen so much anymore. But the frog hat. And then other stuff. And then, oh, hey, look, we got one of these. I don't even know what that means. We got a lot of fun pictures. And then there's this. But wait, there's that. Check that out. Sexy stove. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I want to say thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you all. Yeah, me too. I hope to see you all in the studio. All right. Ciao, ciao. Bye.